So good morning to all of you in the congregation. And thank you, Reverend and Ambassador at Large, for inviting us to come here this morning to start this annual Dip Week properly. I recall just being in the Pacific Islands in Samoa, and after the opening ceremony, one of the citizens of Samoa came up to me and said, "You know, I understand that we are the first country to start a Commonwealth meeting with a prayer." I said, "Is that right?" I think they weren't in the Bahamas in 1985, but I let it slide. The other thing that I want to recall is, as public service minister, I always reflected when I went to services like these, the amazing amount of talent which resides in those who are the singers and choristers at church. And the first thing I thought of was Natalie Cole when I heard her. And I said, maybe someone needs to offer her a contract. Ambassador Jones, that's your job. Okay. But thank you very much again for welcoming us here this morning. You know, they tell me that lightning does not strike twice in the same place. But for me, this is the third time that lightning has struck. And it's also a third time as foreign minister, but it's also the third time that I'm hosting a gathering of international diplomats and personalities to Freeport. The first was on the 1st and 2nd of June 2005 when I was chair of the CARICOM Foreign Ministers called COFCOR. The meeting was held at Grand Lucayan. And the second was in 2016 when the UK Bahamas Forum, the UK CARICOM Forum took place in April of 2016. And now the third time with Diplomatic Week here in the Bahamas. I recall the minister from St. Vincent and the Grenadines saying what a wonderful time he had in Freeport and Grand Bahama. He was able to hear about West End and wandered off to West End on his own, ran into some fellows playing dominoes on the waterfront, joined the game, and spent a wonderful evening out there that he took away back home. And then there was Philip Hammond, who was the Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom. And after the meeting was over in 2016, he and his entire party sat outside on the landing outside their hotel. And I said, "Well, aren't you going to bed?" And he said, "No, I can't believe this. There's no way at 10 o'clock in the night, at this time of the year, at this time of the day, that I'd be able to do this in London. So while I have the opportunity, we're going to sit outside till it's time to go to bed." So those are the memories that people take away when they come to this beautiful city, a city which I love and hope to retire to one day. And I say that because the reason we hold the meeting here is so that the international community can get to know the city, but also to help support the people of Grand Bahama in what is a wonderful city and a great place to live. The census, the last census tells us that we've lost about 5,000 people since Hurricane Dorian. So the population is just about 45,000 people on the whole of Grand Bahama. And I keep trying to encourage young Bahamians that this is the future of the country and to come here and to buy land. I keep trying to say that if we don't invest in Grand Bahama, then others certainly will. And that brings with it other issues. So that's why we're here. And we hope that since climate change is the number one issue charged to us by the Prime Minister in foreign policy, followed secondly by reparatory justice for slavery, that when those who come for this meeting this week and join all of our diplomats who serve overseas who are sitting in the front benches this morning, that they will go away of a story not only of official business being done, a commitment to climate justice, and also to reparatory justice, but carrying with them fond memories of a beautiful city, a beautiful island, and a beautiful country. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.